to go for Hack Fortress.
There you go, Babu.
So, fuck, I think I broke that. All right, over on blue team, we have our new challengers, Cyber Skyline. That's how I pronounce it, right? And in our very dignified, regal red, we have last year's challengers, the Right Honorable Duke Shadwell, Chancellor of the Exchequer, and his uncommonly large hound. All right, Cyber Skyline, are y'all ready? Let's try that again. Cyber Skyline, are y'all ready? Duke Shadwell and his uncommonly large hound. Audience. Yeah! All right, let's fucking go. Hit F4, it is finally time!
4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to DEFCON 31, I believe it is, and welcome to the second round of Hack Fortress. I am Babu.
And I'm Char.
And today we are going to bring you Duke Shadwell versus Cyber Skyline. And we are going right into it. We have blue on the first point, trying to get this first cap of the game on second, bringing out a scout in the early rounds. Pyro goes down on the side of red.
1v1 me commentator.
Well, again, another person wanting to. Okay, you know what? There's got to be a duel at some point. But both teams over here rocking the engineer as they're coming over to midpoint. Engineer, a notoriously slow to set up class.
But you know, it's great map control once you're able to get properly set up. If they're the opposing team isn't looking, you know, to stop that setup, it's kind of hard to take out a level 3 without, you know, any kind of Uber, or if you don't have a soldier available at the moment to take it out.
But blue team medic does manage to go down, popping Uber on this midpoint.
And it looks like Red's got a very early, you know, take on the point, looking to roll into second. They have engineer setting up, just in case.
Yeah, the engineer brings this interesting choice between having a sixth person coming in to fight on the second point, or having someone on the back end giving you a teleporter to actually get faster onto the point as well. So it reduces what is the effective respawn time running over to point.
But it looks like Blue's having a bit of a tough time trickling in from different, you know, trying to take as many different approaches as they can to stop Red's advance. But it looks like Red still has quite a bit of a strong hold here.
Yeah, pushing in, catching this medic out, see if they're able to secure the kill on the medic. Medic does go down on the side of blue, giving red team the advantage here on the Uber.
And that might be the nail in the coffin for blue team right there, losing the med.
Red team pushing in from main, does get air blasted a little bit by this pyro, but ends up getting a kill going in. 2 kills down, red wins on this first round.
I think that was about 5 minutes in already.
3.
Or was it 3?
Yeah.
Alright, so they, it looks like Red's got a very strong team going in here.
With a very strong sentry nest as well. Godspeed to that sentry nest.
Who knows where they'd be without it.
Alright, going on the point, blue team once again gets that first cap, or gets the first little bit onto that point. Is red team running a scout? I am unable to tell.
It looks like Red is
running 2 soldiers. No scout.
Instead, yes.
Yeah.
A lot more firepower, but giving up mobility for getting onto the cap early.
But seems to be working out for them nonetheless, as blue team scout managed to get caught out pretty much both times by one of the soldiers.
And it looks like Red's starting to take onto the second point for blue. Taking out their scout. Ooh, domination rolling out already.
If you were here yesterday, this is already fewer things bought from the store in the match already, which is weird. But so for those of you who are new to Hack Fortress is a 10v10 team-based challenge involving both Team Fortress 2 and Hackside stuffs. On the TF2 side, there are 6 players using stock weapons only. So if you're familiar with TF2, yes, that means only the weapons that have gray names. On the side of hack things, there are 4 people using computers. I don't know. I majored in music, man. But from what I've been told, it ranges from data exploitation to information operations, network, potent potables, and web, along with a bonus category. And the hackers, along with doing their challenges, have access to what's their store. That store can allow them to interact with the Team Fortress 2 game along with the other hack team. They can buy crits for their TF2 side. They can set the opposing team on fire in Team Fortress 2. They can slap them for damage and so on.
Apply crits, freeze, many, provides an advantageous scenario for whoever's using it. And it's looking pretty even on the hacking side for both red and blue. So if blue's kind of, suffering on the Team Fortress 2 side, they can bust out that store and use those to get an advantage on the gaming side.
Blue Team Scout does go down once again on the point, along with their Pyro. Sentry Gun does go down, but Blue Team currently having a hold on this objective. Teeth are able to maintain it. Medic goes down, though. That's going to be the nail in the coffin for this point. Blue does manage to capture it for just a little bit, though.
Those 2 soldier plays are going real well for red team. Just able to get around, maneuver around the other team, get in for flanks, and get all those picks that they need on the medic, demo, you name it.
Red team already got someone on that second point, but does go down to Afterburn, picking up a little bit of progress on the second point, but being enough just to secure this point.
Here we are, Red's going to Blue's second again. Heavy trying to suppress anyone that's trying to roll in. And Red is able to secure that point, too.
Pyro coming on this right side flank does manage to get a pretty big chunk of damage on an opposing demo, but also takes a pretty big chunk themselves.
And, we're starting to notice that Pyro is a big staple for Hack Fortress. Just really good at dealing out damage to multiple enemies at the same time, and is able to push people back and create space.
Yeah, with the Pyro provides an interesting dynamic in the game, as you said, with spacing, as it's a very strong spacer, and in a game where, for a lot of people playing TF2, it's not their first time, but they haven't done it in probably a little while. So the ability to provide some spacing immediately around your team is very powerful.
Especially if you want to keep enemies off your medic, a very vital component of your team.
Red team managed to get another round win, I believe, there. As they go on to the middle point once again.
And it looks like on the hacking side as well, we're looking pretty dead even still from the beginning.
The control point is being captured.
We're still looking to see if, Blue's hacking will use Ooh, and it looks like we're pulling out that store right now.
Yep, blue team blinded, red team frozen. We'll see which is more powerful. As we see, there's a soldier stuck in the air as they're frozen where they are. It doesn't matter if you're in the air. It doesn't matter if you're mid-jump.
I think Blue got the short end of the deal here because, frozen, not great, not having any mobility is kind of going to hurt you, but not being able to see your opponent's going to be much worse.
The control point is being contested.
As a side note, I just got a delivery of a Sonic chili dog from my partner. Yeah, my partner, I have a chili dog now.
Listen, it's going to supply that much needed energy for the rest of the match.
Set the chili dog meeting in 2 days. Anyways, we have they're coming out of this final point once again. See if they're able to secure it. Being held off actually well on blue team here. Heavy is low, but he does go back into the respawn to see if they can get that resupply cabinet to get some more help.
And that engineer was providing support. Even if the engineer's dead, that sentry can still be quite a problem. Granted, he can't repair it when he's dead, but still dishing out damage. Alright, we're down to the 22-minute mark, and we're seeing that Red has a good amount of round wins, a lot of points on the TF2 side. Hacking is still pretty even. 355 to 415, not too far apart.
Sentry gun does go down on the side of blue, though, trying to build that up, but instead of going on a point. Doesn't really work out for their favor, though.
I feel like if Blue's looking to make more use out of that sentry, they might have to set up on second because they are having a hard time with these mid fights, especially if you're rolling an engineer.
Yeah, providing that backup to fall onto may be better than trying to get this back cap that they're trying to do. However, if you didn't know this about 5CP, every point further away from the middle that you are, the faster the point caps. So if you were to have one person on each point at the same time, the second point would capture faster than the middle point, actually.
And the only way they could have won that is if they had three, you know, the equivalent of 3 capture rate on that middle point. But that sentry's coming in. Dealing damage to the soldier.
Soldier does get a little bit of capture on that last point, but not enough for it to matter. Blue is going to capture that second point back, see if they can claim that, while red team is still on their final area.
You know, earlier in the pregame, we were seeing a lot of people playing Sniper. I'm wondering if anybody's confident enough to bring it out during the match.
Sniper is always a fun one to choose, especially in a map like this where there are some longer areas to work with, more wide open areas. Especially there at the midpoint. If you walk down, you're able to get that entire midpoint in your scope.
Especially if you can get an early medic pick at the beginning of those fights, it's kind of a nail in the coffin, really, because they have no major support.
But we seem to be kind of at our first more stalemate-y part of this match. We've been going pretty quickly here with the first 4 captures, but now we're kind of holding off on the second. Slowly pushing in on this last. Blue team behind red, trying to get this back cap going on as well. But blue team does manage to go down, and I think that is the capture for them.
Alright, rolling into the next match, just like that. Now,
Go ahead.
Interestingly, it's not based on how many round wins or match wins you're going to get. It's all based on time limits. So it's trying to get as many round wins and as many points as you can within that 30 minutes, as opposed to that's the only limitation is just time.
But looking at this team comps that we got going on here, both teams are rocking the double soldier, it looks like, along with a pyro, a heavy, and a medic. With a little bit of difference between them on the scout versus engineer side. Frozen and crit spot for the side of red and blue.
Busting out those, you know, the shop at the same time. It seems like one power-up has always been beating the other every time.
Yeah, being frozen sucks with crits, though, because it feels like you're kind of wasting their fullest potential.
But it's a great self-defense, though.
Yeah, it does allow them to secure that midpoint, even though being frozen does suck.
Here they are rolling again into the second point, but it looks like it might be a bit more of a stalemate. Medic not able to get out of that, though.
Yeah, giving the red team the uber advantage that they don't inherently need, but which is nice going to this last point. Blue team does lose a couple members as some red team members trickle in to try to, you know, get some poke damage in on everyone. The blue team does pull out the sniper though, see if they're able to get some pick off of that. But
huge demo. Oh, we were looking for those huge demo plays. Unfortunately, couldn't get it out in time.
Red team does get their next capture of the match. Blue team coming in with a bunch of hack points though.
The hacking side's still looking pretty even. Looking at bonuses, you know, blue's the only one that's been able to pull out any data exploitation. Information operations, red's got a little bit of an advantage. The networking challenges have been dead even. And on the web side, we're looking red's got the advantage there.
The control point is being captured.
Red is getting this center point once again, however, getting that middle objective. See if blue team's able to provide a strong defense on the second point to try to get some higher kills in here. As there's more things in this game that can give you points beyond kills and captures and round wins. We have revenges and dominations also supplying some points to the teams.
Not quite as much though, but still, a point's a point.
It is.
The control point is being captured.
And it looks like that Frozen has halted red's, you know, advance in their tracks, but it looks like they're starting to roll out again, leaving mid and trying to see if they can secure blue's second again. I'm looking for that sniper pick. I want to see it.
Red team bot blind on the blue side though. Blue is on that middle objective, but the red medic or the blue medic seems to be caught out by the soldier by being blind.
And you know, it's kind of hard to navigate a map, especially if you're not familiar with it while you're blind. I've never seen this map before. I don't even know what the name of it is.
I believe it is Reckoner. It is one of the newer maps for the summer update.
Ah. Gotcha. I haven't been playing too much of the summer update myself. Just, you know, same old bread and butter. High tower is where it's at.
Red team did something interesting. They bought their capture block on the blue side. What this means is that blue side cannot submit their hack side puzzles for a certain amount of time.
We believe. Red going in for another capture. We're coming down to the 15-minute mark.
Looking at the scores, red team is doubling the blue side in points, and it has a commanding lead on both the TF2 and hack side, having what is nearly a 400-point lead on the TF2 side and a 300-point lead on the hack side.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard when you're starting to struggle. It kind of just, you know, it's a landslide.
Red Pyro taunting on the rollout too.
They're feeling really confident, aren't they?
The control point is being contested.
Coming in to this mid-roll, blue team just sitting back.
Defending their point.
We have secured the control point.
I feel like that's the smarter play here. Just sitting back, trying to, you know, prevent them from capturing as much as they can, setting up whatever you can as engineer or building, you know, trying to keep all of your teammates overhealed.
Red team bot blind.
One player, we don't know who it is, but it's gonna be at, yep. Looking for those big spy plays, though.
Yeah. Red team bringing out the spy, getting the backstab on that heavy, and going for the revolver kill on the sniper. Managed to pick it up.
I think the spy play was a real good one here. Able to take out 450 health heavy. That's a lot of, you know, health removed right there.
The final control point
And that's a lot of, you know, it's a huge advantage for red right there. Able to take the second and last point in one fell swoop.
Going back in onto the center objective. Got same teams coming out. Actually, I believe blue team swapped off of a soldier, but see if blue team goes to try to contest this middle objective, or if they decide to sit back.
Alert. The control
Red
point
team
is
got
being
first
captured.
onto the point, but blue team does seem to actually be walking up, seeing if they can contest this middle objective, because those captures, those round wins, are worth quite a bit. I believe 25 apiece.
Which has been, you know, showing quite a bit. It's given them a huge point advantage on the TF2 side.
Alert. The control
Red team
point is
getting
being
that middle point, also going on to that second point once again. Sniper does go down to the hands of the spy. Red 3 doing some BMing.
Is that a teabag I see?
That is. I was avoiding trying to commentate the spy to allow them to be as sneaky as possible, but seeing that, I had no hold bar at this point.
And especially, you know, who's running our spectator really wanted us to see that.
Needle kill on the side of the blue medic. I love to see it. Respect.
Alert. Our last control point is being
Listen, at
captured.
least if you're losing, you gotta lose with style. And those medic, you know, syringe gun kills make it worth it. Makes it better.
Style points are a factor in this, at least personally.
Will it get you any points on the scoreboard? Unfortunately not. But
Gets you points in my heart. That's what truly matters.
that's, you know, you're winning on the crowd side, on the commentator side at minimum. Alright, here we are, rolling back out to mid again. See what blue's gonna do against red's onslaught.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Red team rocking the same team coming back through. Blue team does manage to pick up a kill though onto red 2. I believe that's Pyros. Sentry gun does go down to the hands of the soldier though.
Ooh, able to take out the, you know, the soldiers and the pyro. That's gonna be huge for them if they decide to take the advantage here and move it on to mid.
Red gets a couple of picks though onto the medic and to someone else. The demo going to be
The control point is being
spy
captured.
going on here on the blue second point.
Alert.
Red team bot
The control
blind.
point is
Blue
being
is now
contested.
blind. Blue has players on team red. See if that gives the blue team the ability to push forward or stuff a better defense here.
We have lost the control point.
Bottle kill on the spy. Good job, demo.
Just wanted revenge for that teabag earlier. That's what it was.
What we got going on here is we got a bot added. Wow. We have a bot added onto the side of red. This bot is an engineer. This is one of the things that you can buy. So now it is a 7v6 for a little bit of time. This gives red team a little bit of advantage as they're just going to have what is effectively a okay aimbot and a perfect aimbot in the form of the sentry that the engineer is going to build on their side as well.
It all depends on how smart the bot is, because if they set up on red second, they're not going to be of much value, but in the event that they have to go on the defensive, they'll be set up. But it looks like the bot may be all the way back at second.
And it'll matter more on the next time through. Red team bot drug on blue. What drugs are, kiddo, is a visual effect on the screen that I believe has your vision change color and tilt. I believe. I haven't actually seen this one personally.
Makes it very hard to aim. It's a common, you know, if you've ever played on a custom TF2 server, they run things like roll the dice. And drugs is one of those effects. Kind of hard to deal
live
with.
on Twitch. All right, we've got
will
our
result
first
in you
physical
getting shot
challenge.
and die.
Are we on the internet actually now? Is the lens cap off? Are we ready for this? Okay. So we got our first competitor attempting our Flex Cuff release. Bought these on Amazon a while ago. I tried myself to get out of these. I didn't do it. Of course, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with lockpicks, so I thought I might be able to shim them. You having any luck?
Not yet. I'm gonna try using the watch.
Okay, watch is almost coming off. I mean, I tried just breaking through the nylon itself.
I think that'd be quite hard.
It's kind of crappy nylon, so it might work. When I was doing it, my kids and wife just kept looking at me weird. We got the safety shears, right? You know, just in case. We didn't lose them. All right, back to our commentators.
We are gathered here today to mourn the passing of a dear friend.
Sarge has left the red team. We are very sad.
Gotta save that. We gotta save that emotional energy for when we're unmuted.
I believe we are.
We're unmuted.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, that's it. Listen, nobody's passed any information to us. In our defense. But poor Sarge, we will miss him greatly. May he rest in peace. But it looks like red's right back onto it. They're right back on the mid. Blue setting up for a counter red's push. Ooh, Spy going for big plays yet again. You gotta be careful about him. May not be, you know, very deadly in a head-to-head situation, but, you know, catches you off guard, it's over.
Double kill onto the Spy, though. Managed to get the revenge as well, giving the blue team some much-needed points. As blue team is about 500 points behind of the red team, almost exactly, actually. As they're coming onto this final point, which will push red team even further ahead if they manage to capture it.
But it looks like blue has been able to catch back up on the hack side, even taking the advantage over red.
Red team getting their 12th round win here in a 5 CP. We are now at the 7.5-minute mark. Still got that red team rocking that Spy. Blue team pushing in with the double soldier. Red team frozen, though. This is a very, very big freeze, as it gives blue team the chance to go to mid free of charge without having anyone there to contest them. See if they're able to capitalize off of this, capture this midpoint, and push on to second.
Maybe even set up, get some sniper picks, we'll see.
5 on the cap, manages to get the center point. The red team is just now pushing out.
Ooh, no sniper picks we're seeing, not at this midpoint. Red's finally able to push up to mid. Ooh, they're taking them down one by one.
Red team does manage to clean up and pick up that middle point despite the freeze. See if they are able to come back from that on the side of blue. The red medic there that was taunting on the middle point as they are going on to the second point. Blue team bot burn on red, which causes them to take damage for 20 seconds.
You're going to be relying on health packs and medic for that one. Granted, the potential to die unless you're already low health. Little low, but it's going to help out in a fight. Just those added bits of damage can make a difference. Blue looking to pull out a defense here. Soldier with a shotgun trying to stop their soldier, but unable to get him.
Coming up on the 5-minute mark as red team is continuing their domination on the TF2 side, being around 700 points ahead of the blue team. However, blue team is ahead on the hack side, but buying a freeze as well on the red team. See if this one helps the blue team capture the middle point, get them that push that they so desperately need to turn this game around.
And they did manage to get the freeze out earlier in the round this time, so red's got a lot more distance to make up.
Blue team is going to capture the center point, see if they're able to push onto the second point as they need to. Pyro does go down, but 1 for 1 so far.
Blue buying another freeze to stop them right in their tracks.
Soldier goes down on the side of red to see if these freezes are putting in the work that they need. Medic goes down the side of red. That's a big pick. That means the red team does not have the heals that they need. See if they're able to pick up something from that. Also slapped as well, putting the soldier at dangerously low health.
Instantly losing 55 HP right then and there.
Blue
Sniper looking
for
for
the
it.
second cap.
Blue team, or red, was looking for that sneaky, mid cap from the sniper, but whole team just rolled in on him, took him apart.
Slapped again as well, getting up that second cap, which is, I believe, the first time that Blue's done this game. Or maybe the second. But
all right, in memorial of Kevin Mitnick, we are having the Free Kevin Challenge, where we are asking competitors to do their best imitation of a modem based on Kevin Mitnick's, clear ability to whistle into a payphone and launch nukes out of NORAD. All right, here we go. Take it away, Duke Shadwell.
Ba-ding doom. Ding dong. It's like that, right? Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Launch the nukes, launch the nukes. Nukes launching. 3, 2, 1. R.I.P. Kevin Mitnick. The nukes have been launched.
All right, what do you say? Did he do it?
I hope you know that went right into my ear.
All right, back to coming.
I only go to Sonic for the chili cheese dog. Oh. Talking about Sonic's chili cheese dogs once again. But we're back in this with on the 2-minute and 30-second mark. Red team getting this capture on the second point once again. Alert the media.
Let them all know.
Red team does manage to secure the capture on here and no longer rocking the spy. I see this heavy walks in and just gets brought down by the soldier.
And it looks like red's rolling into last point once again. Kind of a bit of a, just a chaotic mess, fighting everywhere. Everyone just taking on one target at a time, able to secure the point. Red medic at making a huge amount, getting a lot of value out of Uber when rolling into last point. Fun fact for those who don't know, in Team Fortress 2, when you are Ubered, specifically just Uber charged, you are unable to cap the point. The target who is being healed and the medic cannot cap, but anyone who else is on point that is not Ubered is able to cap.
Red team being slapped though for 52 damage as they're walking onto this point. And also set on fire as well. This is primarily going to affect the medic most of all, as the medic can heal everyone else from this fire and from being slapped, but this medic is only, you're really reliant on their passive regen, so if you get enough slaps in, you could just delete this medic. Relentless slapping coming in from the blue side.
It does do a good amount of damage. That's a fourth, you know, the health on a soldier. It's, you know, third health on medic. And Red is pulling out crit boosted.
Under 1 minute remaining as this red team is capturing this middle point. See if they're able to get one more complete capture round win before the match ends.
That's going to be hard to do in 45 seconds. I don't think that's, you know, the easiest thing to pull off. But with crits, it may be doable. Oh, that demo would have had a huge play there. Ran out of crits just at the wrong moment. You hate to see it.
Yeah. Blue team, all they can really rely on is having a bunch of hack scores just lined up in these last 20 seconds because the TF2 side's unable to get 700 points. Congratulations to this person for accepting their ring.
Staff key GTN has accepted Ego's. I didn't catch whatever the name of the ring was, but congratulations to them.
Fun fact in TF2, which we'll explain in a second, but round has just
And
ended.
that is
Congratulations
game.
to Shadwell for winning.
Congratulations to
1,137 to
the Right
1,388.
Honorable Duke Shadwell,
And a lot
Chancellor of
of
the
that points on the
Exchequer,
TF2 side.
and his
Hacking
uncommonly
pretty,
large
you know, dead even
hound.
on both sides.
They move
You know,
on to the
it's not too far
semifinals.
apart.
And let's hear it for new team Cyber Skyline.
And then when they ping it again, unsilence.
Which one is the? Where should I be looking for the ping?
Ghoul Chat HF broadcast.
Oh.
All right, DEFCON! We are launching our totally prompt and totally on time 11 a.m. match. In blue, we have the OSS Good Guys. Let's hear it. Come on, cheer, get excited. And over in red, we have the Kernel Poppers. Thank you for following their example. All right, OSS Good Guys, y'all ready? Kernel Poppers, are you ready? Okay, TF2 players, remember how I said don't hit F4? Guess what? It's fucking time. Hit F4. Let's do this.
All right, welcome back to DEFCON 31. I am one of your co-hosts, Char, and with me I have...
Coffee. I sound a little bit different than the previous person.
Sorry, I believe I was deafened. So, we're starting off on the mid-match right here. Red taking it in to cap the middle point as quick as they can. Scout on point. Looking to be supported by his team.
Take a look at these compositions here real quick. Blue's got 2 soldiers and a scout and a demo. Pretty mobile. Red side's got scout, soldier. And that's what they've got for mobility.
And as we're starting here, we should probably go over who's playing against who. So for red team, we're looking at the Kernel Poppers, and for blue, we're looking at OSS Good Guys.
Yeah, and looks like OSS Good Guys has an early lead on the hack side, already getting 115 hack points.
Right out the gate with that bonus and web, challenges. But on the Team Fortress 2 side, looking not too far apart for, kills. They have quite a bit of map control here on for the Kernel Poppers.
Yeah, Kernel Poppers tried to push into Blue's second, didn't quite work out. Blue's making a counter push. Red's naturally defending. They've got a heavy, pretty strong defensive class.
And it's interesting, we're seeing on both sides, seeing, pick class as a sniper. Really good at taking out...
Soldier bombs in, gets killed. About to pick up another kill on the soldier.
But it's looking kind of
bad. Both medics still alive.
And medic, quite a vital class, to keep alive.
Red's capping blue second. They've got to stop that. Red medic goes down. Blue recapturing their second. But red... Oh.
Fixing some audio, technical issues here.
Got some audio settings here. It looks like red captured.
It looks like quite
adjusting the audio settings. Might have been a bit of a back cap.
I think that's exactly what it was. Looked away for a couple seconds and red had a scout on their last.
Yeah, rolling out to mid here again. It looks like blue has a more mobile team, but they're not using their explosive jumps to get there too fast. So red's still able to get there first, but blue picks up the kill on the red scout who is capturing, and they are working to... Oh.
Red's got quite the hold here, able to take out 3 of Blue's team.
Yeah, it's currently... Well, it's 2 to... Okay. It does look like red comes out on top on mid here. Blue's just getting picked apart.
I'm still looking for that sniper pick. Somebody's gonna get it one of these matches.
Somebody's got to hit the hero shot. Gotta go in there. Just play sniper as though he's a close range class and get the headshot on the medic. I would love to see that, but regardless, red pushing into blue's second. Just a brutal offense. Blue down 3, about to be down 4. Medic's still alive. Sniper escaping with his life. It's just not looking great for blue. They've still got 2 down, and they're pushing into last right now.
You know, it's like a little tough, you know, being a sniper on these parts of the maps from second to last. The sight lines aren't quite all that great compared to middle.
Yeah, and red captures last again, putting it 2-0.
And we're just 5 minutes into the match, and we're looking at 376 versus 131. Red taking the lead here.
Yeah, that is Kernel Poppers, 376. OSS Good Guys, 131.
And you know, nobody's really dominant here for kills because it's only 21-16. It just looks like red has really good, you know, map control, and they're able to take points.
They're able to do something with their kills. They're able to make something out of it. They capture mid here. Blue is a little bit slower. And a perfect vantage point for that soldier to just rain down rockets on everyone. It gets the medic, gets demo.
Getting very important picks here.
Both teams are missing 2, but blue's missing their medic. That is not what you want to see. Soldier's chasing him down.
Red Scout's taking huge advantage of the distractions
Oh
here.
my
Able
god,
to take
are we seeing
second
a back
and
out?
last. Oh my gosh. Scout's making a huge play here.
So while they were still fighting at mid, someone backcapped second and then backcapped last. That is a legitimate strategy.
Red Scout knows how to play around the map here.
Yeah, on these control point maps, you can do that. You can get away with that.
I think blue may need to be... I don't think kills are the issue here, you know, aggression. I think blue may just need to be a little more aware of what's happening with the objectives, because objectives count for a lot of points here. Let's capture and round wins.
Capturing points and winning rounds, that's what you want to focus on most.
And that's why you see that red has a lot on the Team Fortress 2 side for points, because of those round wins and those captures.
Yeah.
Red's Pyro making a lot of plays here, able to take down 3, including the medic, and a super important pick.
Yeah. Blues down 4, make it 5.
And that's 6 for...
And that was the 6th. Of course, they still got a player up because of respawns, but that was pretty much a full wipe.
And it looks like red's already on blue's second.
Yeah.
You know, didn't quite secure mid, but they're going to take advantage of it right here.
Yeah. Just an unrelenting offense. If we can get a look at that, it looks like Pyro's currently defending the previous point.
There we go. See a lot of that more frontline action. Sniper trying to get the soldier here. Able to take off a good amount of his health.
Peeking aggressively. Other soldier gets a kill.
Just a lot of
Red
chaos.
was down 4, down 3. Blue's fully up, although Sniper's about to go down. Sniper's down.
And we're seeing some BM in chat. Blue calling out the med down. Hate to see it.
And Blue takes back their second.
It looks like they're starting to get a foothold here, knowing that they're kind of, you know, even. And
Blue team has bought a blind on one of their players for 10 seconds. As a reminder, it's not a full blind. You can still see it just barely if you look close enough, but it does make it much harder to aim.
It's kind of like
Blue
being in a
currently
dark
capturing mid, but they got a person on red, but it's not fast enough for that red team.
And red bringing out the or blue bringing out the freeze on red team. You know, as we start to get more into the rounds, we see, you know, they're buying, you know, power-ups as much as they can because they're starting to get their hack points in.
Yeah.
So those can be game changers, especially if you're freezing someone or blinding them. Can't really capture any points or go to chase down.
If you're frozen, you cannot move. You are a sitting duck. It takes a lot to still win a fight if you literally cannot move. Red taking back mid. Got a bit of a back and forth going on here.
But it looks like blue has finally stopped the back capping from red. But it looks like red has a lot of an advantage on the hacking side as well. Almost doubled up, over doubled up on blue's, points.
Well, it's not over doubled up. 630 to 350 for hacking points in favor of the Kernel poppers. Red popping Uber, pushing through with their heavy. Gets the medic kill. Both down 2, but blue's missing their medic. Red's down 3, blue's still down 2. Blue heavy about to go down. It's only the red scout. And blue's recapturing mid.
And it looks like we had a scout v scout duel. Ooh,
Scout gets the kill on the heavy.
That's a huge
And the soldier.
Scout's making huge plays here.
Can he get the? He got the scout too. My lord! And Red's trying to recapture off of those kills.
And it looks like they'll be able to, especially since Red's rolling back out again.
Yeah, Red Scout gets caught by the pyro.
Once you're in range as, Scout v Pyro, it's kind of it's hard to, put out enough damage to kill the Pyro.
Red medic goes down, blue medic still up.
And especially
if that blue medic can stay alive, that's an Ubercharge advantage.
but losing their heavy is going to be a huge hit to them as well. Only the medic on point going down.
Just a brutal back and forth. But blue still has mid.
I think blue's starting to realize, paying attention to that scout that's trying to back cap has cost them. But now that they've got, scouts to chase him down, a pyro and a heavy to help prevent him from capping, it's been a huge, advantage for them. And they're starting to sway it the other way.
We've seen a lot more of this sort of back and forth since they've, I think, realized just how important it is to make sure that you don't got someone behind you capturing your points.
Especially now, kills are pretty
even.
even.
Scout trying to capture mid. It looks like he was stopped.
And paying attention to mid is very important because, it's got the longest cap time compared to the other points.
Oh, yeah.
Medic flying through the heavy, getting flanked by the scouts.
Scout trying to fight the heavy. Pyro goes in and takes out half the heavy's HP, but dies the heavy anyways. Heavy walks forward, kills the scout, dies immediately afterwards. And
oh, they're bringing Sarge back in. He's not done yet.
Oh lord.
For those of you who may have missed it, Sarge was a red engineer bot that Red from the previous team had bought, bringing him back in on the red team as well. Kernel Poppers knowing what's up. Sarge is a master player.
Sarge is great at the game, as you can see. Look at that. Defending like nothing else can.
7 Sarge.
God bless you, Sarge.
He's got red, the second cap secure.
I mean, it is still a huge advantage because now they just have a sentry here. And even if they take it down, that's still a lot. Can blue capture second before red captures mid? They do. The blues captured red second.
Sarge is going to make those big plays. You just watch. You just watch.
Heavy coming in from behind, shredding this medic. Medic goes down on blue.
The control point is being contested.
And Red's looking for that back cap to prevent Blue from taking the round win here. Ooh, but Red's
just
Blue's
heavy seated on the point. Takes
Ew.
down someone.
He was able to dish out a lot of damage, though, before going down. I'm wondering if the red team will be able to capitalize off this.
Yeah, maybe that heavy helped soften things up a little bit, but
with the medic rolling back out, they've been able to recover from it.
yeah, Red recaptures the second. Soldier goes in, tries to get the medic, gets the scout instead.
Medic going in for the Ubersaw kills.
Oh, you mean the bone saw?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just second nature. Ubersaw is usually default.
Ubersaw is a very common weapon in normal Team Fortress 2 play, but here at Hack Fortress we see soft weapons. As we approach the
No,
midway
Sarge.
point, oh dear. As we
Vital
approach the
player.
midway point,
They
Blue has recruited Red second, and things are looking rough for OSS good guys on the point totals. Kernel Poppers with 1,300. It's changing as I read it. 1,351 points total, and OSS good guys have 557.
Yeah, the hack side for Kernel Poppers is doing a lot of work. That's a majority, almost, you know.
It's somewhere between 2 and 3 times the points there.
You know,
That's
it's,
a huge impact.
and not that they've been busting it out yet, but, you know, well, at least with Sarge. Sarge was a huge help. But, you know, they haven't been using a lot of their points. Depends on how expensive it is to bring in another player.
Yeah, looks like Blue bought a time bomb, so now one of the red players is going to explode momentarily. It looks like it's this red scout. He knows his fate, and there he goes.
Hate to have it happen to you, but love to watch it.
The control point is being captured.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, this match is going
Blue recapturing red second.
quite different from last match. You know, we're already into 13 minutes here, and there's only been, you know, a handful of round wins. It's just been a back and forth.
Yeah, red team buying a blind on what seems to be the entirety of Blue that was alive. But that's okay, because at least one of the Blue members is a pyro. That's workable. Blue's
Doesn't matter
going to
how
capture
blind.
last.
Here we have Blue bringing out their first round win against Red on the TF2 side.
Yeah, bringing it 1-3. Got a long ways to go, but not undoable.
And if Blue's hack side, you know, can bring out a lot more points to help them out, they may be able to tie it up. Because on the TF2 side, it's looking pretty even.
It's looking a lot closer. Blue side got 2 scouts, red side's got 1 scout, but red is still able to get this capture going first.
Soldier taking high ground is, you know, gives
Red
a huge
captures
advantage. You got
mid.
the cover, you know.
Oh yeah, Soldier's high ground is incredible.
Makes them much harder to hit. You know, you have a much more
Yeah.
advantage when it comes to your splash damage for rockets, you know.
Red's currently backcapping, getting Blue's second point. Are they going to get last?
Red pulling out the old
Blue's-
shenanigans.
Blue's recapturing second, but at last point, you got to stop it. My God, that was close. Blue recaptures the second, but that was too close for comfort.
Oh, I was looking for that back kill. I was hoping for it, but Blue's other scout taking out the pistol, taking down that soldier. But it looks like Red's a little trapped here, taking on Blue's soldier.
Yeah, if you're stuck in a tight space like that, there, Soldier's splash damage.
The control point is being contested.
It looks like Blue has removed ammo from Team Red. I've never seen this power up before. A unique one, if anything.
Yeah, and they bought a blind. So blind and without a gun. Team Red blinding 1 player on Blue. Happens to be Blue 6, who appears to be the medic. That's workable. It's a medigun, you don't need to be too precise with it.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
Red getting the capture.
Looking for the
on
back cap,
second,
but the soldier's paying
dies
attention.
for it. Yeah.
And it looks like Red's still pulling ahead on the hacking side. Ooh. And just as we say it, pulling out a blind as well.
Pulling out a blind on all the players that were alive. And yet they're still trying to hold this.
Blue pulling out
Pops
the
their
Uber.
Heavy, blinded, jumping against the corner. Blue team buying criticals for some of their players. That picks up at least 3 kills, that was. Might have been 4.
And that's going to help them to secure middle as well.
Lived a lot of shots there, but got the kill in the end. And Blue's trying to capture middle before... God. Blue is... OSS good guys are really cutting it close against these bat caps. But they're pushing up to red second.
But it seems to be working out for them, so why change the strategy?
Tries to stop them, does not work out. Dies for it. Red buys critical.
Ooh.
Sniper picks up a kill with it. We're gonna see more.
Red team also
blinded. Great rockets come and destroy the heavy medic.
Oh, it's just everything bad all at once. Other team critical, and you have to deal with being blind. Very, you know, at a huge disadvantage. And getting slapped. For twice! Not just once, twice.
So not only are you getting crit, you're getting blinded, and then they slap you.
Just all kinds of disrespect.
And all that combines to red capturing mid. They're going to try and cap the second here.
Heavy up. Not aware of the scout behind him. Scout looking for that pick, gets it right there.
Red has captured blue second. They're down to their last. Got to make sure they don't get that, because that captures real quick.
Especially if you have a scout on it, 2 times
Blue
capture.
scout kills the red scout, stops him from trying to get the capture. Red soldier goes in, falls to death. But red has an Uber on the heavy, and they are just walking towards this point.
Fortunately, can't cap.
Yeah, can't capture while you're invincible. But that's still some space created, but they get wiped immediately, and blue's got criticals, and they're burning the enemy team.
Blue's making, you know, good use of those, you know, hack points that they have.
Yeah,
And it looks like they're starting to bring it back, too.
Yeah, recapturing second, and they carry this to mid.
Not just on the TF2 side, but on the hack side as well, you know. Bringing up those networking points, potent potables, web, across the board as much as they can.
Yeah, it looks a lot closer, but it's still quite the deficit. And we've only got about 7.5 minutes here.
There's still a good chance the blue will be able to bring it back, though.
Yeah.
That's good, guys.
Yeah, currently on the TF2 side of things, though, they lost 4 players. Soldier here on mid, getting chased down by a heavy, but wins.
Oh, and it looks like red is still trying for those, you know.
Can't capture it though, because red captured second. They're about to capture last.
Oh, but
So
stop.
the sniper lands right in front of the soldier, doesn't realize the soldier's there. Soldier gets the kill on the sniper, and then dies to the pyro right after.
But it looks like blue's setting up their defense here to stop red from rolling in and taking last. Taking the soldier. Gonna go look for the pyro.
Yeah, pyro charges in. Looks like.
Looking like
Looks like
blue's
they're
gonna
gonna-
take their second back.
Yeah.
Now, fun fact for that Pyro v Pyro situation earlier, kind of a recent addition when you consider how often TF2's updated. Medic gets a decrease on how much or how fast he heals if a Pyro has induced afterburn or any kind of fire damage to their heal target.
Well, isn't it bugged so that this is getting a little bit into the weeds of casting, but isn't it you have to be directly hitting the flame particle? Regardless, Sarge is back.
Most important players back on red team.
Yes!
Kernel Poppers is bringing in their all-star player. Sarge is going to make a huge difference here.
We love to see Sarge. Red recapturing. Blue second. Can they capture last now that they have Sarge on their team?
Is Red Scout looking to make a play here? We'll see. He's looking for the play, unable to, gets caught up by the whole team. He's able to make it out, though.
He gets out. Scout's mobility is insane like that. We got Sarge building a sentry.
He's a little jittery right now. He's he's a little anxious. The pressure's on. He knows it, but he's their best. He's gonna be one of their best players. You watch.
Listen,
make
you
huge
get
plays.
Sarge to place a sentry somewhere, you'll see a random kill somewhere down the line. Trust me.
And that's
on
what I'm
it.
here. That's what I'm here for. Is the Sarge plays. All right, we're looking at
Yeah.
the last 5 minutes of the match here.
Yeah, total points are currently Kernel Poppers are 1,593. OSS Good Guys are 976. So they're about 600 points behind. That's a lot of points. That's a lot of points you got to make up in 5 minutes, but you still got to try. You still got to try.
Got to make those fingers move faster when you're hacking. You got to get a lot more points out.
Yeah,
Or the
simply,
physical
I
challenges.
would simply, type fast.
I would type faster. That's my solution.
Blue still just desperately hang on to this last. They're doing it successfully. It looks like they got someone guarding it.
And able to take out their medic.
Yeah.
That's
both
gonna stop.
teams down two. Red Scout tries to get in to get the capture, but you got a heavy and a scout guarding it. Sarge has left the game.
No! We're gathered
Blue
here
buys
today
criticals.
to remember
Gets
the
two
loss
off
of
of it.
Sarge.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
And
Alright.
Blue recaptures the second, but it looks like it might be recaptured again because we got a heavy on the point here, and that is difficult to dislodge. And I think the remaining members of Blue have got the right idea. You got
That's
to
the
protect last.
With heavy, right? Slow to
Blue
move.
Pyro
huge
gets
powerhouse,
two.
though.
Alert. The final control point is being contested. Victor.
Blue still only had 2 players left, and Red captured last.
Gotta watch out for those back caps, especially with a scout around. One of the things they may have to look to do is maybe they need something like Red had with Sarge. Maybe they need an engineer. Maybe they need their own Sarge. Maybe that's the solution.
I think we could all use our own Sarge. But we've only got 3 minutes left, and I don't even know if Sarge can fix that. And Red Team is getting Sarge yet again.
Star
and
player
blocks
back on the
Blue,
court.
and freezes up and slaps them.
This soldier, poor soldier, just in a bad situation.
And that's a full team one. How could it not be? They had Sarge.
I'm telling you, he is the playmaker. He is the difference maker.
My lord. And because it was a full wipe, they're able to just go up and capture their second. We got 2 minutes on the clock, and we're back in the same situation we were just what, 2 minutes ago?
The blinds, the freezes, and Sarge of all things. That's all the trouble Blue, needs right now, I guess. But
Just
Red,
trying to hold on to this. Red Scout tries to get in, get some capture time. Didn't quite work out.
yeah, that sneaky scoutsman looking for all those back caps that he can get.
Yeah, Red pops Uber. Gets the kill on the scout because of it.
Able to get 3 kills here. That's
Gets
important.
3. Red is currently frozen. At least some of their members are currently frozen.
And they're about to be even more frozen with this freeze bomb going off.
The control point is being
Doesn't no.
Oh,
d-
yeah, I misread it. Yeah, the freeze.
Doesn't do
Same
damage,
deal.
but it does freeze
But
you in
Red
place.
is capturing their left.
Aw.
doesn't work out.
Sniper's looking at back cap if he can. Oh, not able to
Oh.
secure it though.
So close. With a minute left on
what
the
if-
clock.
They just need Sarge to move to. Oh,
And they
Right
get
there.
the capture. We've got less than a minute left. I don't think we'll see another round win.
it is possible, but highly
It's
unlikely.
possible, but unlikely.
Especially
And they
now
lose
that-
Sarge.
They lost Sarge. Most important player is gone, so it's unlikely.
Yeah, less
even
to-
more.
Yeah, we're getting down
He's
to 30
back
seconds
again!
left. Oh, thank God. We're getting down to the last 30 seconds. We're currently at Kernel Poppers 1,854, OSS Good Guy 1,172. I don't.
I
think
the
I
comment,
think it's
but
too late.
We could see the Sarge plays. That's what I'm here for.
But Red has Sarge, and they're in the lead. What else is there for them to do?
Win more.
Red's gonna maybe get the capture on middle here. We're down to the final seconds. It's over.
It's over.
And take it away.
We're looking at.
Thank you.
What do you say? All right, and that is game that I finally realized. And congratulations, Kernel Poppers. Y'all will be back at 3 p.m. to face whoever wins next round. OSS Good Guys, noble effort. We look forward to your future participation.
I just started.
All right, DEFCON! We are finally at our totally on time, totally scheduled last prelim match of the day with Percent 20 in blue. And okay, I got a question on that. Did one of you accidentally hit spacebar? What's the deal? How did we get that as an answer? And in red, a team who I am not certain if they just shit their pants, Skiddie Marks! All right. Percent 20, are y'all ready? And Skiddie Marks, do you need a wipe? Are y'all set? All right. Remember what I said, don't hit F4? It is time. Hit F4 and let's go!
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Hack Fortress. We are back at it again, this time with Skiddie Marks versus 20. I am Babu, and I am joined by...
Coffee again.
no one, apparently. This is fun.
Well, hello?
So we are back at this. Blue team is
Hello?
getting onto their center point right now, seeing if they are able to get this midpoint. Oh.
It seems that my co-caster can't hear me. Oh no. Well, regardless, we've got the mid-fight going on. And Red gets some capture point on Blue's point here, but doesn't quite work out.
Yeah, thanks, Doc.
Blue pushing up. Make a move on capturing their second.
That would be the temporary fill-in while our previous host was running into some technical difficulties. Yeah.
While we deal with these technical difficulties, Blue's captured Red's second.
And it looks like they've got a good push going on here. Let me just get that scoreboard up here. We're looking at... Am I looking at that right for the name of the teams? I see Skiddie Marks at 198 points.
Skiddie Marks? Yeah.
Percent 20.
We'll call them 20 because that's less of a mouthful.
Maybe that was their intention, to make it a bit of a pain to say.
Is our other host back?
My soundboard has stopped dying. I am back.
Oh, good. All right.
Yay, technology.
And Blue team has already won the first round. I've been informed that we could also call them space, because percentage 20 is an encoded space character. I think I'll call them 20.
We'll just all call them something different. It'll
all work out well because we'll all refer to the other team as Skiddie Marks. Anyways,
The control point is being contested.
it looks like Blue's getting slapped.
Yeah, that's a pretty hefty slap too for 58. Blue team managed to get the second point on the second time around though, pushing onto this third point. If we're looking up at the team composition, we see the Pyro is still a mainstay for each team, which proves itself to be interesting and yet very worth it every single time it's used.
Because it's even though the damage is lower than some of these other classes, it's a lot simpler to get that damage so long as you can. A blue team's getting Uber pushing in aggressively, getting a kill, getting sentry down. Engineer charging at them, dies for it. My god. But back to what I was saying, Pyro, you get some easy damage once you can get in that range. And so while it's not always worth it, it's consistent at what it does. And if these teams have decided that that's worthwhile, well, there you go. Blue team making a big effort to push in here. Red heavy just holding on for dear life. It looks like the Pyros are cleaning up.
Red team does manage to push blue off of this last point, though, just for the time being, as they see if they can push over onto the second. Does get a pyro out. Is it able to pick up a kill? Yeah, able to pick up 2. Possibly
Good
securing them the
job.
point as well. Good job.
Yeah, it looks like Red's gonna capture back their second. Blue Pyro comes in, but realizes it's the whole team there. Other Pyro pushes in, realizes, oh, it's a heavy there. Dies for it. Blue gets slapped for 55. Blue gets slapped for 58. Red, blue heavy goes down. Blue loses 2 more. They're down 3. Red
An
team
interesting
buys
thing-
a fireball.
An interesting thing with the slap, if you notice, is that half the blue team is already dead during the purchase of it. So it's a thing of having to coordinate when you're actually buying it for when the team is actually alive, because these purchases will have a much larger impact if everyone is alive when you purchase it. So getting those slaps in when the entire blue team is alive means a lot more than getting the slap in when there's only 1 or 2 left.
Oh yeah, and it's the same thing with every other power-up. Is if you're paying the blind the whole team, well, half of them are already dead. Well, you paid double for nothing.
Yeah, when you die, the effect goes away. It does not retain, I believe. So, but blue team does manage to retain hold of the second point, or this middle point, going for their second point, with one person going on it. The soldier, it seems. See if they're
Yep.
able to capture before red team comes out from mid.
Ooh, giving us a nod.
Thank you for the confirmation. We got
Pushes forward into the scout, and medic blows himself up. Doesn't even get the kill on the scout, but captured their second.
revenge being provided as well, giving the red team a few extra points on that.
Yeah, red team recaptures their second point back. Blue pushes in with an Uber, getting air blasted back by the Pyro. Pyro dies for it, but that kept the Uber off the Heavy for long enough for the Heavy to mow down the Pyro, but the Heavy goes down anyway.
Heavy, the blue team heavy seems to be out of minigun ammo, using a shotgun and their fists.
I would love to see a punch kill. I don't think it'll happen, but that would be awesome. Soldier taunting on the point, eats rocket, doesn't die for it though. They're capturing, the blues capturing red second.
I believe we also saw a bat kill in the kill feed there as well. Bat being a very interesting melee weapon for Scout, as it fires faster than all the other melee weapons, yet I believe does decreased damage in return.
Yep. Blue getting some spawns in, but they're quite a ways away. Red Soldier blows up. Red recapturing their second, looks like they will.
Oh, looks like we have a bot in the Twitch chat. I'm gonna work on that real quick.
Oh,
1 second. We don't want your viewers.
and you're telling me that this ain't Sarge?
It's not. It's not.
It's
our,
not Sarge.
our
I was
love
hoping.
of-
I was really hoping he'd come to support us in more ways than one, but
The control point is being captured.
Blue is now a firebomb. Looks like 3 of their players are now on fire. Red team bought a freeze. And it looks like
Control point.
well, the blue team is now frozen. I don't know how many. Looks like at least 3. Fire goes down. Red's down 4. Medic goes down because he was frozen in place. Pyro's almost dead, but we got a medic here
Bonesaw.
going for the greatest kill of all time.
No!
Doesn't work out.
That
And
did not quite get it, but red,
Red
team does
is now
capture
captured
blue.
Blue's second.
See if they're able to go off of that, get that final point captured, as
And
they
it-
seem
and
to have a
it-
backup going on.
It is so chaotic. You pay attention to one little thing, and all of a sudden, Red's captured Blue's second. It felt like just seconds ago. It was the other way around. The red team has now set 2 firebombs on Blue.
3 firebombs on blue, actually.
Oh, 3. I miscounted. My bad. And blue
we
is
got blue
defending
team.
last.
Yeah, they managed to pull off this defense, but red team is going to have enough time to get another pushback on before blue can get another, get a pushback on a second. And the blue 2 soldier was just kind of standing there. Does get taken down because of it.
Yeah, heavy comes in, most down the pyro.
Oh, we got a
we have
disconnect.
What happened here? Both teams are a man down right now for technical reasons, so it's even, but it's not ideal.
Currently a 5v5.
Hopefully we can get back both of those players back up at the same time.
Alert. The control
But
point is being
as we
contested.
see, we have blue team getting this second point back under their belt, going back, pushing back
Yeah.
over to mid. We have red 4 rejoining the fray. Hopefully
Yep.
it is a 6v6 again.
Alert.
Back
The
in.
control point
All
is
right.
being captured.
Blue now
Alert. The
capturing
control point
mid.
is being captured.
Just a chaotic sequence of events, even ignoring the technical issues. Red recapturing blue second though. Uber coming in just in the nick of time. Blue
Red medic
soldier
goes
gets
down.
the medic. Heavy goes down,
The control point is being captured.
and it looks like they're going to be able to recapture their second. That was a close call.
We have secured the control point.
But we got blue team getting their second point back under their belt, trying to get over to mid before red team can get there. But it seems to be another mid fight under their way. Pyro air blasting back the rocket, being shot into the air. Does not go down, however, but lives with about a quarter health. Air blast again, but
Ooh.
does get taken down this time.
Not successful in
Our control point is being captured.
reflecting the rockets back into the soldier because those deal mini crit. That is a lot of damage if you can get a reflect directly into the soldier. Blue soldier fighting the red soldier. Oh, it's a
Bonesaw.
2v1. Bonesaw. Shovel kill. Yeah.
We have secured the
Bonesaw
Blue
does not appear to
recaptures
work.
mid.
But we got blue getting this mid, as he said. Got a pyro, however, wreaking some havoc with that air blast. Let's go down to the hands of the heavy as they push on to second point.
Just a chaotic back and forth here. As we approach the 18-minute mark, currently Skiddie Marks is at 691, and 20 is at 474.
We break those scores down a little bit, though. We see that on the blue side, actually, blue side just popped Uber, pushing into this right side. However, the Pyro is able to hold the entire team back using air blasts. They're all on this right side, pushing together as a big coherent unit.
The control point is being contested.
But looking back over on the what the points are, even though the red team is ahead, the blue team is ahead on the TF2 side of points. So it is a red hack score that is doing quite a bit. Red buys a
Yeah.
freeze on blue, though.
Blue's frozen.
Able to pick up a kill on that heavy due to that freeze.
Yeah, and both teams were down 3. Blues got their, I believe it was the medic respawning. Blue soldier holding on to the shutter door for dear life, gets the kill on the heavy, but burns to death. Pyro picks up 2 kills. And red is pushing out here. Red Pyro pushing onto the medic. Doesn't get the kill. Gets quite a bit of damage, and medic ends up dying. Looks like red's recapturing their second.
My Apple Watch just told me to stand up, so that's what I'm doing now. As we go into this halfway mark of this match, I am now standing. We now see a demo man.
Would you want to cast in any other way?
Yeah, never. You gotta do this in the most awkward way possible. But the demo man finally gets pulled out here on the red side. It's kind of crazy. We haven't seen demo all that much, I don't believe.
Well, demo can be a difficult class. I mean, sure, there are times where it's not so difficult, but he's got all projectiles. It's not as simple as clicking on someone or shooting something that instantly explodes at the floor. You've gotta practice with it a little bit. But it looks like red demo knows what's up, is using the sticky bomb launcher, even though it's technically a secondary weapon. Use it more as a primary weapon. Dies, blows himself up though, and now blue 5 is blind. That is their scout.
Uber comes out on the side of red to push into
Heavy
this.
goes down.
Yeah, heavy, and managed to get the heavy down. Goes over to mid to try to clean up, try to get
Poor
this point
blind
for blue
scout.
team.
He doesn't know where he's going because he's blind. The medic's gonna get chased down now. Blind can do that.
Blue team was trying to go for the back cap. I can speak there, but doesn't manage to fully get it. Scout coming in on the side of red to onto the midpoint, but does not fully commit yet. Pyro jumps in on them, see who's able to win between this 1v1. Soldier comes to back him up. Managed to grab the health so the Pyro can.
Yeah. It's quite the hold here, but we got some players here who need their medic to come in and help them, and Heavy's getting melted. Heavy goes down. Red medic goes down. Blue medic's still up. That's a pretty big advantage.
Yeah, blue team managed to get a pretty commanding hold onto the center point, but does manage to take down the blue Pyro as the blue medic is also suffering from afterburn. But the Pyro does manage to go down. Both teams still fighting over this midpoint, producing quite the stalemate actually. As there's only been one round win, I believe.
Yeah, looking at things, it looks like that is the case. It's just been an intense back and forth.
This is the least winning game we've seen so far in terms of round wins. It's just quite a DM fest going on. Medic is caught out. See if Medic does go down to the hands of Blue 2, the Soldier.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Blue's making a pretty strong push here for Red's second. Gets the kill on the Pyro, gets their second.
They managed to pick it up as Red Team is kind of caught out in these awkward positions. So we'll see if Blue is able to pick up this final point, securing them another round win. Demo Man versus Soldier.
Demo versus Soldier. Goes down. Realizes what he walked into, and Blue pops an Uber right in their face. Blue Soldier walking towards the point. It looks like this is it. Alright, you got their second round win.
Freeze was bought and a slap before the round even starts. Blue team is starting with a little bit of health loss.
Yeah. Oh, getting slapped again. Are they trying to kill them in spawn? My god.
That Pyro is hurting for certain. That's for sure. This will put Blue team at quite the detriment, actually, not having those overheals that Red team will have as they go into mid.
Well, it's a bit of a mixed bag because they didn't get any kills, and whenever you heal hurt target, you actually build your Uber charge fast.
Yeah, so despite not having the overheals equivalent to Red, they do have a lot more Uber at this point. So Blue team will probably have the Uber advantage going out of this mid fight, assuming that both medics live. However, Red team medic does go down, giving them the definitive Uber ad as Blue team is able to try to secure this middle objective, trying to revoke the capping that Red did, putting 5 on the point.
Yep, you capture that mid, and my god, they've got that advantage in the Uber. They can just use that whenever for whatever. Blue getting slapped. Blue medic pops. Probably because he was low HP.
Got a back cap duel going on. See if Red team is able to capture this midpoint faster than Blue team on second. However, I don't believe that will happen. Blue team does put 6 on that point, captures it before the back cap can occur.
Yeah.
See if the Red team is still able to do a back cap still, though, as they have someone behind, but Blue team is on their last point.
Blue's pushing on last, and it was just the Pyro defending. You can't... Lone Pyro can't defend against, what, 5, 6 people? It's too much. It's too much.
Both teams still running the heavy as well. Both almost a mirror match, apart from the Red team having an extra scout while the Blue team has an extra soldier. Very interesting seeing the heavy being run this much. Heavy
Yeah.
being a slower class has a longer time it takes to get to mid. So seeing the 2 scouts to support that is a thing that I'm interested in. But the blue team is soldiers are able to rocket jump quite confidently. So the speed that the scouts provide on red team is kind of negated by the fact that blue team soldiers are able to match that with their rockets.
Yeah, red team captures mid. Scout goes in, gets the kill. The red scout gets the kill on the blue scout, but dies before it. Right after. Right after.
Got blue team hanging out in the side corridor on the stairs as the red team is trying to push into from main, but one of red does go down, giving blue team the advantage. Another red goes down. Medic is kind of caught out there, brought down to half health. See if Medic does go down. That Pyro also goes down. 3v5 right now. See if blue team is able to capitalize off of this.
Alert. The control point is
Yeah,
being
it looks like
captured.
blue's going to be able to capture mid unless red's looking to do something. Red pops their Uber.
Along with blue, both sides have popped their Uber on this mid point. See if they're able to
Blue
finally
gets the
capture,
capture
because
on
you can't
mid.
cap through Uber as it turns out. So blue team does manage to recapture this mid point. Fists come out, shotgun. See if this heavy is able to pick up a kill on the soldier. Soldier does go down.
I was hoping to see the punch kill. I was hoping to see the punch kill. But gotta do what you gotta do in Hack Fortress. Can't always go for the punch kill. Now I want to point out the scoreboard is very interesting right now because again we're still seeing that one team's hack points are higher than the others, but their TF2 points are lower than the others. And so
Yeah,
we
Skiddie Marks
have
hack side seems to be 300 ahead of percentages hack side, while TF2 on the percentage side is 200 points ahead of Skiddie. So we're going to have to see if the blue team hack side can pick up the pace to match up what's going on the red side, because right now they're the part that's fallen behind, causing the blue team to be losing right now as we
Yeah.
go into the last 9 minutes of this match.
current score: Skiddie Marks 937 to 20's 796. 13 bought a slap. Slapped a bunch of blue players for 50-something damage. Blue team's heavy's down. Pyro's down. They're down 2. Red lost their medic. Blue team's medic is still up.
Blue team managed to pick up most of the red team. See if they're able to get the second. There's middle point after that almost team wipe going on. As red team has to kind of piece themselves back together with a 5-second respawn. Red trying to go for a back cap though, see if one is able to beat 3, but red seems to have given up on that to allow blue team to get this middle point.
Yeah, I don't think they would have been fast enough even if they stayed on it. I thought that was a good call. Blue team pushing up onto red's second now. Red scout. It's a kill onto the medic, I think.
Again,
Very
if you don't
important
know
kill.
about TF2, every point that you get further away from the middle point caps faster than the previous one. So mid is the slowest capture, while the points on the edge, are the last points, are the ones that cap the fastest. So trying to go for a back cap is an interesting strategy.
Yeah, and blue was able to capture second while red was capturing mid, and they got a soldier on last. Blue, with their 4th round win, tried to freeze them, but just wasn't enough.
There's less than 100-point difference on the total score side of things, however, proving to be a very close game as TF2 and Hack are pulling their own weight on their respective teams.
Rolling out to mid here. Looks like red's the ones made it first.
Red team got 3 on that middle cap as well. See if they're able to get this cap secured, but it does not. Scout goes down on the point. As you're able to look down onto this point, you're able to apply some pressure from afar without putting yourself in danger. Medic is being kind of caught out here by the scout. See if Medic does go down. The Medic does go down the side of red, giving blue team a lot larger secure hold point on this middle point.
That was a wipe. Red got wiped.
Team wipe has occurred. Red team does pick up a number of sweet, sweet kills.
Yeah,
Blue
it
team-
looks like they're trying to carry this momentum into second here, try and go ahead and get it captured.
Yeah, already hanging out on that second point. Almost got it fully captured. See if they're able to get it with this pyro coming on. Pyro does go down as the blue team does come onto the entire point with them.
They're just throwing players at this, trying to stop them, and it ain't working.
Blue team does spot Uber a little bit early coming into this last point. See if it does pay off for them.
Using it to play really aggressively, very nice. Gets the kill on the heavy. They are shredding red right now.
Yeah, red team, again, almost an entire team wipe as they're able to capture that last point, giving them a 5th round win.
Yeah.
Let's see if red team is able to even secure one this game as we go into the last 5 minutes.
The 5-minute mark. Look how close the scoreboard is.
Yeah, it's 24 points away. Holy hell.
24 points apart with 5 minutes remaining.
That is insane.
My God.
That is I believe, a round win of difference right there.
Yeah. And so you got blue team. They're going to try and roll as hard as they can because every single point matters.
For those of you who don't know that much about Hack Fortress is scored through points. So there's both a TF2 side and a hack side of things on both teams. As you see on stream right now, we can only really see the TF2 side, but that means that the TF2 side has points for getting kills, for getting point captures, for getting round wins, revenges, and dominations. While the hack side has points for doing their computery stuff and magic with their, keyboards and mice and whatever. So we are able to see how the TF2 side and the hack side are able to affect each other quite greatly here. As even though the red side, the split is pretty in favor of the hack side, giving them basically all of their points, the blue side is more split 50-50, as the TF2 side is carrying their weight, providing a lot of points for the blue side.
Yeah, and red's putting up a pretty mean offense. Uber coming out. Doesn't quite get the kill on the heavy yet, but maybe. Nope. Backing away. Ooh. Blue team pushing back. Red heavy barely loses to the blue heavy. And it looks like they're making a push back.
Every kill, every point capture, and every round win here really does matter for the side of blue, as that's the only way that they're able to get a lot of points in the field is by making a round win. So they really need to get another one within these last 3 minutes to have a chance of closing that gap. While the blue side hack has been sitting pretty stagnant for the last little bit.
Oh yeah. Blue team now capturing mid. Let's see if they make a solid push here to second.
Got some really close games happening today. It's crazy. Not used to seeing everything be this close. We're within 100 points of each other once again. See what we're able to make of that. Red team does come up with some hack points, though, as blue team is capturing this second to last point, giving them another 5 points.
Yeah. Yeah, and blue team here, they were all pushing almost as though they were a single unit and just overwhelming red here. Uber comes out on blue, chasing down the engineer. Blue 2 sees his target, changes it to the last point, walks towards it. Can he get it? Not quite.
Not able to quite secure that, which may actually lead to them losing. That was a very vital capture that they needed. See if they're able to pick it up in these last 2 minutes, though.
Yep. Blue lost a lot of players there, but they're getting their spawns back. Pyro trying to hold them back. Pushing on to second. But the red Uber comes out.
Less
than 100-point difference here. See if blue hack side is able to get anything turned in, because anything that they can will allow them to push.
Blue buys critical. Gets them at least one kill. Let's see it get them another. They got another kill here. And another. Just a bloodbath.
Blue team buying a lot of stuff from the shop right now. They're able to capture that second to last point. See if they're able to come onto this last and get it, because that will push them ever so closer.
Red's got frozen cap last here, but there's a sentry. Blue's now on fire. Everything being bought. And we're down to the final minute. And we are but 80 points apart here between both teams. Skiddie Marks is currently ahead. Just barely. Blue
team
team,
bought
more
criticals.
critical.
Only for 3 members that are alive, though.
30 seconds of criticals, though. That's almost the amount of time we have left.
Yeah, red team building the sentry on last, trying to hold out this last point. Fun fact about criticals, though, they
Ooh,
don't affect...
I think they're getting it. They got last here. Just
This
over 30
lead-
seconds to go.
30 seconds and not even 30 points. The difference between them.
It is now 1,163 to 1,125 in favor of Skiddie Marks.
The only thing they can really do is hope that the blue hack side has something up their sleeve to push them over the edge. If
You
not,
can maybe blue side can get a few kills here and there, but it's gonna be close. We only got 10 seconds left. They gotta pull something out.
4 seconds. 3, 2.
2, 1.
That-
My
whoa.
Lord.
That is no difference in score. 10 points.
10 points.
30 more seconds, and it could
My
have gone either way
God.
at that point. That is insane. If we look over at the scoreboard, however, it seems on the blue side, the TF2 side has more points than the hack side. I believe that's the first time we've seen that today. So congratulations to Skiddie Marks for winning this round of Hack Fortress. We'll see you in the next round.
What a game.